Back here on KM Activities, your home for the comments here on the YouTube channel. As we now focus, after we had Brody Heggie in here for football, now we talk more football, but it's a soccer version of football. I'm Joel McCall. I want to thank KM Telecom for providing our interviews for the fall season, and we have Bryan Hansen with us in front of me, as he is a senior defensive specialist for the boys soccer team here for Casa Manorville. First of all, Bryan, thanks a lot for sitting down with me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. It's nice to actually have somebody to talk to about this kind of stuff. It's never really been a thing before, so.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk with you. I know I got to see you guys last night against Pism. I know the score or the outcome wasn't quite what you guys wanted, but I will say at the same time, I thought for the first 15, 20 minutes of that game last night, I thought you guys outplayed the Wildcats and were controlling the ball a little bit more, getting some better passing. You could tell there's improvement, and especially from Saturday, too. You guys got a big win over Cotter,
Yeah.
11-0. So
Yep.
take me through the last couple of days for the boys soccer and your couple matches.
Well, Cotter we were expecting a good game. They've always been a good team, and last year they had a bunch of seniors, but this year they're a really young team. This year they had like two seniors that were on JV, none on varsity. So it's really young team, and they had a couple of eighth graders and stuff. But they played fairly well for being a young team, and we were kind of surprised at how well we were able to control the game, as being used to them kind of being competitive with us. Last year we lost 2-1, but this year it was 11-0 to us, and it was nice because it was our first win of the season. So um, it was fun to get a win, and kind of lifted everybody's spirits. And then last night, Pine Island has always been a fairly good team. Last year, I think we lost 4-1, but it was it was a good challenge yesterday. And the first 20 minutes or so, they were kind of thrown off at how well we were playing, I think, and they were kind of unorganized. But then they kind of, once they scored the first goal, they kind of rallied back and got into the swing of things. But we had a fairly good setup, and we were able to control the pace and uh, make it so they weren't scoring the first 20 minutes. So it was nice to be able to do that, and then we held them to 2 at the end of until the end of the first half, and then the end of the second they scored the other 3. But it wasn't. We played very good defensively on them, and it was. We even had shots and stuff, so it wasn't like anything bad, and we were playing hard. And I'm really impressed with the team this year. There's only 2 seniors, me and David, but everybody's been working hard and doing their best, and it's been nice to see. The past couple of years we haven't been the greatest, and the couple of the teams haven't been like. They weren't like not trying, but it was, you could tell they weren't like super into the game. But it's nice to see that people are wanting to play the game and do well.
Yeah, and I've seen the improvement too. That's the thing. Like I
Yeah.
saw you guys a couple games back against Lure and how good
Yep.
they are. But
Yep.
like I said, I was there on Saturday, got to watch quite a few of those
Yep.
goals, and then like I said last night, I thought you guys played really well. You're a defensive specialist. You
Yep.
play on that back side
Yep.
of the. Tell me about the role that you have to play and that communication, because obviously you got to be talking out to the 3-4 guys that are back there with you.
Yeah. So we play a 3-5-2 is what it is. Yep, 3-5-2 because that makes 10. So we have the Tim Schultz in the center mainly, and then it'll be me on the right side and somebody else, Zach Alexander normally, and we'll switch out every once in a while. But it and you just got to be prepared for anything really. Some teams will send the ball long, and they'll send it through the gap, and some teams have really fast kids up top, and they'll send it through, and they'll just go, and you got to be able to keep up with them. But if so, say one of the kids coming alongside towards me, I either have to stop it, or if he gets by me, I have to be prepared to tell someone to cover it. And then like last night, I was going up. I think it was number 8, I believe it was.
Yeah,
Dan or
Mikado.
Yep. But he was coming along, and then he got around me or something, and called for Tim, and Tim would swing around, and then I go back and cover his place because there's, obviously another person there.
Right.
So I'd have to take over for where he's at, and then watch it, and it's a process, but you got to be prepared for it, and if you're not ready on it, you're gonna get subbed out. But I mean, you just got to be able to stick with the player and not make you can make wrong decisions, but just make as few as you can. And
Yeah.
if you mess up, sometimes it ends up in a goal, but a lot of times, Dalton's really good. He's been pretty good. So, he's made some pretty good saves this year. There's been times where I was really impressed, but he's only a sophomore, so he'll have 2 more years, but hopefully he can just continue to be as good as he's been.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that too, because again, I've seen that progression that you guys
Yep.
have had. I think that's really important, and obviously, as you talk of like that communication piece and everything else with your defenders, you're also a senior, so you got to have that leadership. How do
Yep.
you provide that in the locker room? Because you mentioned that Cotter's a young team. You guys
Yep.
are a young team
Yeah,
too,
we are a
really.
fairly young team too. There's 2 seniors, as I said, and then there's like 5 juniors,
Yeah.
and the rest are sophomores and freshmen. So it's surprising. I mean, sometimes the kids will. As the team is getting closer to each other, like through tryouts week, everybody was there. It was all 6 grades or whatever it is,
Yeah.
7 through 12, and everybody's working together. Everybody's trying to get onto the spots, onto the teams, and everybody's getting to know each other and get along pretty much. The whole team gets along fairly well, and it's really nice because when you have everybody working together towards something, you get more done. Like last year, it was kind of we were fighting against each other. I feel like if we'd mess up, we'd kind of like yell at each other. But this year, if we mess up, we're trying to help each other fix it and actually improve. It's, if you see somebody doing something and they shouldn't be doing, then as a captain, you got to kind of just tell them to stop or change what they're doing. But nobody's really done anything bad. It's
Yeah.
just
Well, as you said, you're trying to lift them back up, and I
yeah,
think
yep,
that's the biggest point that for sure is the biggest piece that you're trying to do is incorporate that good communication,
yep,
having good vibes in the locker room. I think that'll go a long
yep,
way for just the program
yeah.
itself too.
Well, because when you're playing and then you're getting yelled at, you
Yeah.
feel bad about it, and then you're like, okay, I got to fix this, and you get upset, and then you're trying to fix it, and if you mess up, you get yelled at again. It's like, all right, well, you're going down. But as long as you're trying to help the person learn and make it so they understand the game instead of like forcing it on them to where the point where they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. How am I supposed to do this? They're not going to know what they're doing, and nobody's going to get anything done.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
it's just nice being able to progress as a team and move forward from what even when even when we get scored on. Sure, we're upset. It sucks that we get scored on, but everybody's not like hanging their head, like, oh, we just got scored
Right.
on, like we can't do anything. In the PEM game, we were ahead 1-0 within like the first 10 minutes, and then they scored 3, and so we were down 2. In the second half, we came back and tied it. It's just a mentality of not getting too upset and down on yourself that you're not able to do anything, and staying positive and trying your hardest to win, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, as long as you're trying and you're not giving up, I'll take it.
Right. And as a captain, that's what you're
Yeah,
trying to put on those
yep,
younger kids. And all right, well, let's have some fun. I was going to ask you a little bit about your family. I know you got big ones, so that's always a good thing. Your mom teaches. You told me that.
yep,
Teaches with the school district. So got to be a good role model for your
yep.
brother and sister. And all right, let's talk about favorites, though. How about favorite color?
Oof.
Red
Red or blue, one of
or
the two.
blue?
Yep.
All right. Food?
Um, lasagna is
Ooh,
yeah, that's my favorite.
there you go.
That's a good one
Yeah,
always.
you hit my stomach there, man.
Yeah,
That's always good.
pasta or anything like that. Yep.
Sounds good. How about favorite movie?
I really don't have any like super favorites, but I really like the action the action movies or like the comedy movies. And
Okay.
one of the ones I really liked recently was, well, I guess it's not like super recent, but the Marvel Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay.
That was, I haven't seen the new Far From Home one yet, but I would like to see it. But Homecoming was really good, and I like Tom Holland as the character.
He's a good
He
actor.
played it really well, and the old movies were really good too, with Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire. Yep.
But
Now you're hitting my genre.
yep,
Those came
yep,
out when I was younger.
yep.
How about music? Got a favorite genre of that or?
I kind of listen to anything really.
Okay.
I mean, Dad at home just listens to older stuff, older country, because he doesn't like the new rap country stuff. But
That's fair.
yep, no, he listens to that. Mom listens to like Taylor Swift stuff. I mean,
Okay,
that's
pop.
pretty much
Yeah.
kind of that region. I kind of grew up listening to rock with my uncles, so that's kind of like the classic stuff, AC/DC
Yeah.
and Bon Jovi and all that.
Now that's my
So,
style.
yep.
Yep. All right. How about team? You got favorite teams? Favorite like professional college teams you follow?
Not really. I don't really like. We don't have cable TV at home, so we
Okay.
just kind of watch what we can. But
Same. I don't have cable
yeah,
either.
no,
Yeah.
it's nice not having it because you're not connected to it all the time.
Actually,
but
it is.
It's,
I'm with you.
Yeah, no, hockey. I normally just go with the Wild because that's
Okay.
I really like them. They've always been a fairly good team.
I like hockey too.
Yeah,
All right.
hockey's a fun sport to watch, especially on on TV. If
Yeah.
you can't get there, it's a entertaining sport to watch because it's always moving.
And it's one of the
Um,
funnest sports to actually be there live too.
Yeah,
I know
yep,
some people
no,
have
yeah.
not figured that out yet, but it actually is really
Yeah,
fun
no,
to be
we
there
went
live.
to the couple Ice Hawks games back when we were younger, at elementary, middle school, and it's always fun to go to hockey games because it's just so exciting, you know. And then football, I like the Falcons.
The Falcons. All right.
Yep.
Like Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
I like
and
Matt Ryan.
Julio Jones, and
Yep.
they've always been a solid team, and they're not like horrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. Yeah. They made it to the Super Bowl a couple years
yeah,
ago. So.
well, I don't want to be like bandwagon, you know, like,
Right,
'cause
no,
they're
but
good,
they-
but
yeah.
no, I've always kind of liked them, and
Okay.
I'm actually kind of surprised with the Cleveland Browns recently. They've gotten really good, so
Yeah.
that's nice to see. That
I
mean, I've always kind of rooted for them because they've always been.
Terrible. You could.
I
You
I
could admit
suppose
that.
you could
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
that,
Probably.
yeah.
How about a
Uh,
personal role model?
I'd say my stepdad.
Yeah.
He's always been positive and trying to help me get through school and life in general. I mean, planning, getting ready for what's coming. And he moved out when he was 18, rented a house and was on his own
Wow.
once he turned 18, and so he's just been trying to get us ready for what's coming.
Yeah. Real
So,
life then.
Yep.
All right. And then for the boys soccer, you guys are actually off a week. I don't have
Yep.
another match coming up till Monday. So what are you guys gonna be working on? What's the main focuses coming up for until Monday?
Well, recently we've been working on the corner kicks, defending them and attacking, because that's kind of our struggle at the moment. Last night there was actually no, what was it? Who was it? 2 games ago. So not Cotter, it was the one before it.
Okay.
I can't remember who it was. But they beat us, and they had a couple like good corner kicks, and they just got ahead on it, and it was, you just got to get to the ball first. So
Yeah.
that's kind of been a thing we've been working on recently is
Okay.
is defending those, because they kind of always, you know, you just got to make sure you get to the right spot and have everybody covered, because if you don't, then that person's open, and if you get the ball, I mean, it's pretty much in. But that's our big focus recently. And then conditioning is always a big one,
Okay.
because if you're out on the field, like me, I've played pretty much every minute of all the games this year, and I got subbed out Saturday. That was it, because we were ahead by so much. But it's
So a
just-
couple things to work on.
yeah,
then,
conditioning
obviously.
is a big one, because you gotta keep going, and it's
Yeah.
always a run. You know, I mean, if you're running up the field, or if you're running back to defend, that's a big thing. And then another one is like our shots. That's That's kind of been our weakness this year. Is we've just kind of can't really place it. We've got the power. We've got. I mean, we can shoot. It's just we can't place it very well.
So that accuracy piece coming up this week too.
Yep.
Well, I know you guys got Schaefer Academy coming up on Monday. We'll have that one on KM Activities. I'll be there broadcasting that one. And if you've never been to a soccer match and you don't think there's some physicality, I would tell you to pinpoint out Bryan Hansen, because there will be some physicality around him.
Yeah.
So, Bryan, thanks a lot for coming in. Do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. That's Bryan Hansen, then, senior for Castlemareville boys soccer. And again, the Comets have the week off, and then they play Schaefer Academy coming up on Monday, and we'll broadcast that one at KM Telecom Stadium. Thank you again to KM Telecom for being our major sponsor. I'm Joel McCall. Thanks for tuning in.